Hey guys, this is True 7. I'm Devorjae, and this is the last and final part of my Flat Earth visual demonstration and this information video. I hope that you guys have gotten a good idea visually of what a flat Earth dome would look like. I guess to recap, pretty much what I'm saying is that as you see, the waters lay still as they actually do. Um, we have our land, and when you go as far as you can outside the land, or if you go as far as you can within the center, both are iced, crystallized, glaciered edges, which lead to out of this realm that separate us from space, but we are not just floating in an empty space. And the glass represents the firmament, which is also a firmament is made of glass, which is also made of crystal. Crystal comes from water. The oceans and sky reflect. Now, I guess with that information, I can just start giving a little bit more things that qualify and go into the whole flat Earth thought and understanding, which debunks a more spherical realm. So one of the, I guess, main things that many people do want to embark on when having the conversation is this thing called gravity. And I said I would touch on it later in my part 1 video, so I guess I'll touch on it now. So gravity, get to the understanding that this concept derived off of someone seeing that a fruit was stationary on a tree and the fruit fell from the tree, and the origin story of gravity holds really no substance. There are many types of energies that cause movement, and gravity is an energy, it's a force. And what the powers above us have gotten our minds to attach to, that gravity is a force, but there's no energy behind gravity. Usually behind a force there's energy, and what they have word magic and got us in our minds or train of thinking is that there's a what goes up must come down. There's a force that's forcing things down when that just isn't it. And you can prove this. You guys have to do your own research. You have to go to other truthers, other scientific demonstrators, and many other people who have the belief and can prove their point, where a spherical demonstration cannot prove gravity exists. Now, if you get a tub of water, just a big tub, and have a scale, weigh any object on the scale when it's dry, see its weight, then put the scale into the tub of water submerged and put the same object in there, you will see that the weight of the object does not change. And if gravity was a thing, water, all elements can rise against gravity. But out of all elements, water has mass, and compacts of water create mass. Therefore, due to the viscosity and buoyancy of water, and also in play the force of gravity, which helps compact water, and as to spherical people, stick water to a orb of a circle, the weight should be pressing down on the object, therefore making the object weigh more. And you can prove this by doing it in front of your face and seeing that the act of gravity does not play a part, or that buoyant force does not play a part on a object submerged in water, saying that you weigh the same thing outside of water that you do. So that's one way to get the thought of gravity away, that it doesn't exist. And as I said, a lot of people get gravity confused with electromagnetism. If gravity was a thing, certain magnets wouldn't work properly. Magnets give even more proof that there's no force pushing down. Insects give more proof. Insects are able to move diagonal and vertical, cat-cornered, stop on a dime without this force of gravity neutralizing them in any facet, because they have electromagnetism flapping in their wings that involves propulsion. The objective of what goes up must come down does not apply to insects because of electromagnetism, as which I was saying earlier in previous videos. So, and what people do perceive as gravity, um, you can't measure gravity. You can't measure the force of gravity, and in everyday physics and demonstrations and to figure out outcomes, there is no factor of equation with gravity being a variable within finding factors of our environment. Um, that's another point to hit on with gravity not being, I guess, of any substance. Um, if, as I was saying about the elements rising against this so-called force that is pulling downward or pulling towards the middle, um, when we have, you can have smoke, etheric smoke still rises against gravity, and there's no visual of this force at play when watching smoke rise. Or I'll also get into talking of clouds. Clouds have a artificiality to them also.